Okay, today I'd like to discuss one of three areas I believe Indonesia could do very well in, but it's got to think out of the box. And when I say think out of the box, it has to prepare. Build and they will come is a famous saying from a movie called Field of Dreams. But it's true. But Indonesia has to prepare, and Indonesia will have competition in this. But my first proposal, and possibly one of the best proposals, is prisons. At the moment, America, Europe spend a lot of money housing prisoners that are not American, not European, they're foreign. They're spending a lot of money. Now, if the government were to get involved, possibly with private, they could build prisons within Indonesia, not in populated areas, maybe choose Kalimantan, Sumba, whatever, and build state-of-the-art, not state-of-the-art, just good prisons. It couldn't be like Kerobokan though. It would have to be single cell, because generally Indonesia should be looking at people who are 20 years, 30 years, life sentences, people who are very dangerous, people who you can lock up 23 hours a day, give them a few books, bring them out to the courtyard 1 hour, bingo, bring them back. But why? It surely, well, number one would surely be employment. This would be a great way. You'd train your staff well, you'd pay them well, but my God, you know, I mean, you're paying 10 times as much as you would be in the UK. Secondly, of course, heating in winter, we don't have to worry about that. Obviously, there'd be a fan in the rooms or whatever. Food, so costs would be lower. But remember, Indonesia would be paid. It would be paid by the governments that send these people. America's even looking at sending Americans outside if they are long term. Of course, this is a deterrent. If I'm in the UK and I do crime and oh my God, I might end up in a cell in Indonesia. Remember, you're not here to be cruel. You're not here to take the mickey here. You're doing it properly. Proper food, proper exercise, cells by yourself, but there's no extracurricular. You're not cooking, you're not doing any of that. Recently in the UK there was somebody cooking and he threw hot water on the staff and then he used a knife to attack them. No, none of that. They're in the cell and then they come out. Of course, you've also got catering. So employment, it brings foreign money to the Indonesia. And I believe, personally, you could be selling 4 or 5 brilliant prisons within the first year or two. Obviously, the government has to get involved because, of course, it's giving this special visa, which would be a very special visa because you wouldn't be taking them in and out. They'd be here till their duration. But other than that, generally it's staffed by Indonesians. It doesn't matter if they're German, doesn't matter if they're Saudi Arabian, doesn't matter if they're American, but you're doing it maybe at 2/3 the price. And also, prisons are, their capacity, they're full. There's just no spaces in a lot of prisons in America, UK anymore. So it makes sense for them to send out. Hell, if you've murdered 5 people, why not send them to Indonesian prison? It's like throwing away the key. And if there is a reason through, okay, human rights that they have to speak to people, in theory you could have a screen in their cell and once a month they get to communicate with a friend. I mean, it's not, again, you're not here to be nasty and evil, but you're here to do a job. And the job is, you look after these people pretty much 23 hours a day, let them have a walk for an hour, but they're all by themselves, they're not in cells for 2 or 3, so you're building big prisons. Maybe if you do look at females, you'll have a females prison separate to males. But other than that, you definitely need someone within the government to go and sell this to European countries, America, Canada, Japan, Korea, who knows? The list is endless for people who might be interested. There's one thing I'm certain